Hello, everyone. Welcome to PGHO Overtime, the episode of USA Rest. They are the champions, so we're just gonna go over why they won, why their roster is really good, overall, what we think should have been better in the tournament, and what we think was good in the tournament. On behalf of every single PGHO Overtime member, we apologize for this video being really late. Just circumstances with the graphics people and people leaving and stuff like that, and also, we recorded this yesterday, and the audio is corrupt. So we're doing our
Okay.
best. We're doing our best. But what do you guys think about the USA Rest roster?
Pretty good roster. I mean, the depth here, we talked about it yesterday, but obviously that video did not pan out, so we gotta do this all over again. But definitely depth was a big part of this team's success. They were pretty dominant from I think it was the fifth round and on. They mercied every single game. So that was partially due to yeah, the team's good, but it's also due to a lot of people not really caring as much as they did the first couple of days. But still, not to take anything away from USA Rest, as most unbiased as possible, it was probably by far the most in-depth team. Like their line two was putting up numbers against other teams' line ones, and that was just something that the rest of the teams in the tournament didn't really have. So depth was definitely a key part, and then we have some of the best players in the game. It's definitely gonna help you guys go a long way to end up winning the tournament.
Yeah, we called them out being the number one team in our other videos. This was obvious that this roster is just really stacked. Not only do they have Zing Wings and Breezy and Flash, I think they just have the best line too. Like Lucas, Eric, Thunder, Aaron, Akko coming off the bench. There's so many names here that are just competent players, and if your line one can rely on those L2 players, just put in the work. Lucas had 7 goals apparently. I think that's just depth is such a difference maker in these tournament games. But yeah, the only weakness to this team is their goaltending. But I mean, like goaltending is kind of
Shout out
mid
Bomb Rob,
nowadays.
bro.
Bomb
Shout
Rob,
out Bomb Rob.
Bomb Rob, up and coming.
What a guy.
Ryan, you got anything to say about the roster? And now we covered everything.
You guys covered pretty much everything. I think the team was pretty good. All the best players. I think they definitely deserve to win. Uh, I would just like to say about that. I think the tournament was well ran, but maybe in the future we could do some more teams just to make it a little more exciting. Maybe we'd like to do U.S. East, U.S. West, U.S. Central. Just so more people can have a chance to play. But props to Siders and everyone who showed up and everyone who helped.
Agreed. Especially Quebec. I was a big voucher of getting them out of my team. Canada won. I just didn't want those Quebec people in there. It's kind of they can have their own team and speak French. But yeah, I think more teams would have helped sprout the rosters because I know there was time on ice issues and stuff.
Yeah. The 8 minute periods was definitely a good idea. I mean, we had to try it. No one really did anything before. We didn't know how it was gonna go. But for us at least, it definitely helped because when line one, when you had Zero and Flash out there for 3 minutes until they finally go red, you know what I mean? It wasn't there's only a minute left and no one else really gets to play. For us, we were able to get two full lines with the time on ice going, and then even sometimes we even had a seventh and eighth guy was able to get some solid minutes that otherwise in a 5 minute game they wouldn't even touch the ice for get 4 to 5 minutes. So definitely for with four teams, longer periods was definitely a good idea. It just at the same time, 2 games in a day was a bit of a drag. Having the tournament be series long instead of just best of one was definitely more of a drag. But at the same time, shout out to Saturdays again for the tournament idea. You don't really know what's gonna go right and go wrong until you try something. So definitely was some good ideas you can take going into something if we do this again next offseason or another tournament style somewhere else, maybe an all-star break or something. You could definitely take some things from this tournament and apply it there. But I would definitely just change a couple of those things. Like Ryan said, add some more teams and it could be even better than it was this time.
I agree. I think it was definitely a good idea for it to happen, but 2 games in a day, people were taking it seriously in the
That was
beginning.
so drag. Oh my
Yeah, people
god.
starting to drag and people weren't really taking it seriously towards the end. Definitely feels like one game because I don't know why they were trying to rush it so fast. Like the off season, like they even said we're gonna have a crazy long off season, so it felt like pretty rushed. Maybe like to stop people from losing interest, but I mean that's what ended up happening. So hopefully in the future we can make it a little bit longer, more teams, maybe shorter periods, just so the games aren't that long. Just so it's fun, but also like a little bit of comp, and people don't just troll the entire time. Just so there's like something else to compete for besides PGHL.
Agreed. Final point on the games. I think if there was only just a finals and like the top two teams from the regular season would have made the finals and just that one game, that would have been better. I feel like regular season there's kind of no point in playing if you knew you were like automatically into the playoffs, right?
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
point.
but yeah, overall, honestly, it was like a pretty fun tournament. I think the first few days were like extremely fun. Um, since like everyone was like taking it really seriously at the start. I think at the end people just wanted to get it over with, kind of. Um, but I think overall just a really fun tournament and massive props to Cyrus for running it. Pretty much by himself. So is
Yeah,
that it for you guys?
yeah. I was gonna say that's pretty much. I'm good if you guys are. Pretty much wraps up Four
I'm
Nations.
pretty good.
Ryan, you got anything you want to add, or are you good?
I think I'm good. I mentioned everything I wanted to. Just one more time, props to Siders, props to everyone who showed up. Hopefully, we'll have more fun like this in the future.
Yes, sir. All right then. Thank you guys for watching PGHO's Overtime's coverage of the 4-4. Again, we apologize for his kind of dragging and not uploading it, but I'd rather upload it than not upload it, I guess, because it would have hella awkward. Um, but yeah, thanks
Yeah.
guys for watching and stay tuned for our videos about next season. We got a lot in store, so thank you guys for watching and peace out.